Okay. Peace to the family. Peace to the family. We are now live. That's what we're talking about. We're now live. And
it says it.
like I said, we are now live. Get ready for that podcast. Sister Victoria L'Amour, Miss Love herself. Always looking amazing. Yeah, so I want to talk to y'all. You're not destined to work 9 to 5 your whole life. When someone says, what is the reason why you on earth? If someone asks you, why are you on earth? What's your purpose? Is your purpose to be a garbage man? Is your purpose to be a home attendant? You know, are you supposed to clean the fecal matter of other human beings for 20, 30 years to get you a pension? You know, the question is, why are you on planet Earth? You got to really think about that. Every day that you go to work and you do the same thing over and over, you got to start questioning yourself, why am I here? And if you stop or you don't ask those questions, you're going to find yourself in what's called an Ouroboros, and that's just a snake or serpent chasing its own tail. You in Cali, but I'm not in Cali. I'm in Miami. But yeah, so we want you to just really get focused on this idea right now that you're not destined to work for so long. Work is not a problem. Work establishes discipline. Work helps you learn a business. When you go work a job for someone, you should be studying the business and how it runs for the purposes of you having a business of yourself, of your own one day. But to work the same thing for 20, 30 years straight under the pretense that you get this promise called the pension is asinine. Plus, like I told you in the previous stream, you want to study the Standard & Poor's, the S&P index. And the S&P index will forecast money. It gives you ability to forecast money. And by that, we understand that there's a 6 to 10 ratio or what to expect or what to get back from your funds. 6 to 10 ratio. So in other words, if you're expecting to get $100,000, for every $100,000 you're expecting to get in your pension, it's really going to be worth $60,000 by the time you get to it. So it's going to look like the number 100,000, but it's going to feel like the number 60,000. And that's due to hyperinflation and superinflation. That's due to food inflation, getting less food that costs more money at a time. Kraft singles used to come 12 in a pack. Now you get like 8 in a pack. Never mind if we eat cheese or not. It's just to show you what's going on here. People are paying more money than they used to pay for 12 in a pack. The new generation won't know because they wasn't paying attention when it was 12 in a pack because they was young and just learned how to walk and talk. These are facts. Make sure you share the video. Thank y'all for sharing the video as well. When you ask what is it that you can do, I always say share the video. Download the Brother Polite app, and if you're interested in me mentoring you or consulting, I do consulting for $200 an hour. Consulting, $200 an hour. You go to brother, POLIGHT 45 at gmail.com. That's an acronym for pride, optimism, love, integrity, gallant, honesty, and trust. So last stream we was talking about relationships and running the emotional context of relationships concurrent with economics. So we talked about love is law and family is business, and how important it is to mind our own business, and how bankers are known by their family name, and you have to start treating your last name as a business as well, considering who's going to come into your life and do I want this person to take on my business, which is to say take on my name. That's how you need to start thinking. Oh, I'm coming. Where we going? We're going to figure it out? Let's go. We're going to figure it out. The lovely L'Amour. It's a pretty dope name.
L'Amour. It means love.
Beautiful woman she is. Beautiful woman she is. It's part of being successful. Always surround yourself around beautiful people with great intentions. Can't lose when you do that. Yeah, so people always say, why don't you do this for the community? Why don't you do that for the community? And I always say, I've devised a plan to do something for the individual, because when you do stuff for the community say they broke. So I figured, you know what, let's start empowering each individual with wealth content, so that way we can create a successful collective. So we talked about love is law and family is business, and y'all know the synopsis. Like I told you, your network is your net worth. So if you look into your phone contacts and you realize you got people, if your network is your net worth, based on some of y'all phone contacts, many of y'all will be in debt. Because what is a friend? A friend is one who's willing to invest in you, or one you're willing to invest in. And if a friend is one who's willing to invest in you, or one you're willing to invest in, and if your network is your net worth, it stands to reason many of you would be in debt if we had to factor in all the people that you got contacts in your number. If a friend is one who's willing to invest in you and one you're willing to invest in, look at your phone contacts and understand that your network is your net worth. And then say to yourself, damn, I'm probably in debt because I can't even expect the people in my phone contacts to contribute towards anything. These are facts. So if you got 100 people in your phone and you're struggling, that's because they know good for you. And that doesn't mean they have to give you money. They should be able to contribute to you in some shape, form, or fashion.
You don't have a right as a citizen to attack another citizen through electronic media. Dred Scott, I've been attacked for 2.5 years. You remember what it's like?
He might be a Moor.
Never a slave. Your support.
He's all over the place right now.
He's right.
He's talking some shit.
You have no right to attack another citizen on social media. It's the truth.
He's saying some stuff.
Shoot.
Entertain
I get
strangers.
attacked every day.
She felt that one. Yeah, he just bust out the message out of nowhere. Yeah, keep sharing, keep sharing, keep sharing. I work my ankles.
Move it.
All of mine work.
Motion.
Yeah, to be so lucky. Destroy people's ankles and master yours.
What?
Something going down there. It's going down over there.
About to see. About to see. Oh, no.
No?
No.
Okay. So yeah, love is law, family is business. And then what did we realize? If a friend is one who's willing to invest in you, we know love is law. We know family is business. A friend is one who's willing to invest in you and one you're willing to invest in. Two people get together, these two friends, because now that they said, I would invest in you, you invest in me, two of them see an asset that they find a value and they say, you know what? I think we should come to terms or a contract or create an instrument that stipulates that both you and I see that this asset can be mutually beneficial. And that becomes consideration. When two people create a contract and identify the fact that both of them can benefit from it and they want to work together, that's called consideration. Now, let's say that asset is a piece of property, or some real estate, I should say, and it starts making you more money than what you invested in. Now that property is appreciating. So now you got appreciation and you got consideration. And what you're going to do is hold it in trust, because a trust is property held on behalf of one so that another can benefit.
Say something crazy to me?
So now you're going to set it up in trust, and you're going to identify what the bond, which is a debt obligation via UCC1 financing statement. You're going to identify what your bond is to it, which is your debt obligation, in retrospect to the shares. What percentage of your partner, what percentage is yours and what percentage is your partner's? And that's going to be put into a security. And a security is a paper certificate that attests to ownership and equity, as in the case of a stock, or ownership of a bond as in the case of a debt obligation, which has tradable derivatives. And we know this is true because it has a CUSIP on it, which is a Committee on Uniform Securities Identification Procedure. I talk fast because I got other stuff that I'm doing, but you can always rewind the video. That's the beauty about it all. So now that we know that it has a CUSIP on it, which is a Committee on Uniform Securities Identification Procedure, and that the key word is security, which is a paper certificate that attests to ownership and equity, as in the case of a stock, or ownership of a bond, as in the case of a debt obligation. The key to this is ownership and equity. So you wouldn't walk around with your house in your backpack to prove I got a house. You have a piece of paper that